Well, it is our hope that those families will get justice. Now, tonight, President William Ruto is on the spot once again over his continued display of opulence at a time when Kenyans are suffering with rising cost of living. As the two-day strike literally made Kenya a walking nation, President Ruto was flying from one country to another on an expensive charter luxury private jet. Even as Kenyans remained stranded at the bus terminus or walking to work, the chartered jet costs 3.2 million per hour, translating to more than $500 million shillings for the entire trip. Costs to be footed by the taxpayers, as Daniel Kariuki now reports.
Nothing can come between President William Ruto's appetite for his fine taste for aviation refinement. Not even the crisis affecting his country, such as the fuel protest that has brought the country to a standstill. As Kenyans trekked to their workplaces for 2 days, President Ruto has been enjoying the skies and the comfort that accompany executive travel. President Ruto left the country on Saturday last week to Azerbaijan at a time when transport stakeholders had announced plans to paralyze public transport following the historic fuel hikes. The irony, however, is that when the players in the transport sector were protesting the increased fuel prices, the president was enjoying recreative services of a jet that would cost the taxpayers $500 million shillings for 1 week. The jet, registered T7 BBJ2, arrived in Nairobi from London on May 14th at 6:04 p.m. after flying 8 hours 57 minutes from London's Luton Airport to airlift President Ruto to Baku to attend the World Urban Forum. On May 16th, the jet took off from JKIA, spending 7 hours 47 minutes airborne, and landed at exactly 6:06 p.m. in Haida International Airport in Baku. According to Flight Radar 24, the bird left Baku at 11:30 a.m. destined to Kazakhstan, capital of Astana, scheduled to land at some minutes after 3 p.m. The jet, that is registered as a private plane, cost between $18,000 to $25,000, translating to between 2.3 million shillings and 3.2 million shillings per hour. His trip to Baku, that was 7 hours, cost at least 25 million shillings, going by the rates by globalcharter.com. Assuming the president will return to the country on Wednesday, taxpayers will cough over $500 million shillings for the 168 hours that the president will have spent with the jet, without including hangar parking rates. The jet, that 19 to 50 people can occupy, represents an elite evolution in corporate aviation. According to Jet Photos, an airplane review site, it contains executive boardrooms, private master suites, full-size showers and luxury dining spaces, which doesn't compromise structural integrity.
Jet that he left with is the epitome of luxury, with a full bedroom and a massage parlor and a spa with a jacuzzi, steam, sauna, and a massage parlor has 4 girls from Seychelles. He is enjoying when Kenyans are struggling in air.
This is not the first time the president is facing intense scrutiny for traveling abroad using expensive jets, leaving the country to struggle with national crisis. Recently, Ruto was in the neighboring Tanzania for a state visit. For the outbound trip, he used a Kenya Air Force Dash 8 aircraft, but on his return to Nairobi, he used the flight path of a T7 jet Embraer Legacy 650. In November last year, the president departed for Angola in style, boarding EMB 135BJ Legacy 650 private jet, and touched down at Luanda's airport. According to Flycraft, the model cost at least 2.3 million, while charters average around 1.1 million shillings per hour. Ruto's remarkable tour was in May 2024, when he visited United States, when he opted to charter a luxury jet, which cost taxpayers money 98 million shillings, according to a quotation from Royal Jet. The president will later say that friends had paid for the trip.
In fact, my plan is that in 3 years, we must have a balanced budget. We cannot continue to have a budget that has a deficit.
The use of private aircraft by President William Ruto has fueled the debate over consistency and cost efficiency in presidential travel as the government insists on austerity measures that have not been implemented. Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
One would wonder whether this is a case of preaching water and drinking wine. Now, more than 30 people are being held in connection with Matatu strike demonstrations in Nairobi's Zimmerman and Githurai areas. Now, this